Hey everyone, April Johnson. I got good news yesterday. I was nominated for Empower Network's Best Video contest. So I'm on my way to Denver, Colorado in July, and I'm super stoked about it. Um, there's a backstory behind it. Of course, everyone has a story, but let me just quickly tell you all what mine was. I remember being at the event and I remember looking at people and kind of being weirded out at how they were all taking video and, everyone had on there, I'm a reporter, and it's just like all the posing and all that. And I wasn't used to that because, I'm used to teaching kindergarten, second grade. I'm used to doing administrative work, and I'm used to being stuck in a cubicle and things like that, or in a call center somewhere. But I wasn't quite used to Empower Network, and so when I get in Empower Network, and I've been working with Empower Network probably for about since the end of February, I want to say. I remember working with my sponsor and talking with my sponsor, and he had so much value and content that he was just giving me for free, and I was just like, who is this guy? I'd worked with him before in Z&Z promotions, and so then he was telling me about this and that, but it wasn't like a hey, he wasn't pitching me or anything. So I was like, okay, this is cool. And so he was telling me about beast mode, and so I'm like, what's beast mode? And then he was like, well, this is how we get our stuff ranked on first pages of search engines, and you got to be an Empower Network to do it. So I'm like, well, what's Empower Network? And so then I got introduced to it. I got on. I started off with the $25 payments, a month, and I was doing that. I didn't have a job, and so, but I did know that I was spending $25 like water anyway. So I was like, I might as well try it out. Got into it, started getting on the Thinking Real Rich calls. I started, just networking with people online, and then everyone started talking about, hey, you got to get to the event. You got to get to the event. I'm like, what's an event? Remember, I don't have any experience with this. And so the event was, in Chicago, which is where I live. So I'm like, hey, I could do that. I can go out to Rosemont, and just go to the event. I'll do that. I went to the event. Everything was so surreal. And, I'm telling you that I'm kind of used to, I'm not saying that I'm really tense, but I don't really let my guard down a lot, just because of, how I grew up. I guess it's a Chicago thing. I don't know. So whenever someone gets like kind of close to me, I'm kind of looking like, what's going on? Why are you so close? But the whole atmosphere there and the environment there, it was just so peaceful. It was like non-confrontational. It was absolutely something that was new to me. And so I was just blown away when I was at the event. And then they made the announcement that they're going to have a video contest. And so I'm like, okay, a video contest. Yeah, we do videos. My husband and I, we, have our video company, video production company. But, it didn't register to me at first that this was going to be my way to getting to the next event. I knew that from the experience that I had there, hey, this is cool. I want to go to the next one. And then when I found out where it was, and it's like, how am I going to get there? I don't have a job. I'm just pretty much mooching off my husband. Sorry to say that, but, I am. He's, taking care of all six of us and my little dog. So I don't really want to put him out there, like that. But my sponsor was sitting next to me at the time, and he was like, you know what, this video event, that's you. You're going to win this. You're going to get that. And I'm just like, Cater, what's wrong with you? That's my sponsor's name, Cater Cormier. What are you talking about? And so then it kind of clicked with me. It was like, wait a minute. This is it. They started saying that you're going to be flown out. You're going to have your hotel paid for. And so everything started coming together, And so then I'm like, man, this is how I'm going to get to Denver. And so I go out in the hallway. I call my husband. I'm like, look, love, they're doing a video contest. We need to do this. We need to do this. And so he's like, all right, so start getting your footage. So then I, get off the phone with him. I start getting my footage. I start, thinking in my mind, what all do I need? What looks cool? What can I put in there? And so then after that day of the event, I'm headed out the building. And I'm like, they're like, hey, we're going to, do this and do that. I'm like, no, you know what? I got to work on getting to Denver right now. So I go back to the room, talking with my husband. We're thinking about doing what grown-ups do, parents do when their kids aren't there. And so we go find some coffee, at one of the restaurants. It's like 9 o'clock at night. We really want to hang out, and we end up getting lost, and we were in the car like maybe 15, 20, probably 30 minutes looking for a McDonald's or Starbucks or something, and the streets are closed because of flooding, GPS isn't working. And so in the meantime, we find ourselves by the airport. We're like getting all this, just getting lost, but we're getting cool footage. And so we're still thinking about our video, and it's just like, I think that God is having us go on this path, knowing that the McDonald's is 5 minutes away and right up the street. But here we are going all over here just to end up here. And yes, the McDonald's is closed because the parking lot was flooded. So it's just like everything just started working together, and I was really just ecstatic when I found out that I had been nominated, because things around me since the event were failing. Now, my mindset had changed since I've been there. I see the power of the event. I felt that, but it's just like physically and naturally, the things around me were failing. We ended up having to leave our church, for issues that we were having. And I do still have a strong faith in God. But spiritually, we were attacked. Physically, my body was attacked. Financially, we were attacked. You know what I'm saying? So everything was going wrong, it seemed like. My husband at his job, I'm like, love, how was your day at work? And he's like, man, it's just like the kids don't care. He was discouraged, and so that kind of made me feel discouraged also. But then I'm like, at this point, let me just take a nap. I just got to go to sleep. And so then I took a nap yesterday, didn't do what I was supposed to do as far as my our company goes, or my blogging went. I was like, I just need to go to sleep. And so I'm asleep. My husband calls, wakes me up. He talks to me, asks me if I did this. Nah, I was asleep. I'm not doing good. But, so then, I get off and I check my Facebook, and my notification is just blowing up. And I'm like, what's going on? And so then I see a post from my sponsor, Cater, and he's just like, I want to congratulate April Johnson because she... And I'm just like, what? I'm kind of like jumping up and down, shaking. I don't know what to do. And so then I check my email, and then there it is. And it said that I've been nominated. And I'm just like, my heart is just like racing. And so I called my husband, and we're super excited about it. He was like, woo! I could just feel that he was relieved, because I wanted him to come with me to Denver. I didn't want to go on my own. I knew I had to get there, and I didn't want to go on my own. I want to share these things with him. And so now it's like, we can do it now. We can do it. And so what I want to say is, and I want to thank my sponsor too, because I'm used to people, putting limits on me and telling me what I can't do. I had a baby at 19. You're not going to finish school. Your husband is going to, John is going to leave you now. You're pregnant. He's going to go. It seems like everyone is always telling me what I can't do, what I won't succeed at, what I won't. And then sometimes, after a while, it starts to build up in you, and it starts to grow in you. So I was just like, I'm not going to win that contest. But my sponsor said, you know what, that's you. And he was so inspiring and so motivated. And I was just like, what's wrong with him? He's crazy. And then it just clicked, and it hit me that this is what's going to happen. And so I want to say my message before my phone runs out. My message is, just be motivated. Don't let people tell you no. Surround yourself by people who are constantly lifting you up, giving you sound advice, but then also lifting you up. And I think that that's the difference. And that's the empowered, it's just the power of the event, the power of Empower Network. So I'm looking forward to what's coming up. I can't wait till July, and I'll see you all in Denver. And I'm just staying tuned. And, to me, it feels like I already won. I'm just going to say that. It feels like I already won. Not that, I won the whole $5,000, but it feels like at this point today, even before I even go to Denver, I've won. And so I just want to leave off with that. So you all have a really good one, and I'll see you all in July.